our military. As many of you know, our school is named in part after a former student of the Norfolk Public Schools. Sergeant Adam Kennedy attended the Freeman-Centennial School. When he graduated college, he joined the United States Army and served in Iraq. Sadly, Sergeant Kennedy was killed in action on April 8, 2007. Sergeant Kennedy is remembered for his sense of humor, his courage and determination, his leadership skills, and reliability. We are honored to have his name be associated with our school and grateful to his family for their great sacrifice. Today we welcome Mrs. Maureen Daly, Sergeant Kennedy's sister, to our school. Miss Daly and the Kennedy family are what is known as the Gold Star family. We are also privileged to host several special guests this morning. Dr. Ingrid Alardi, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Thomas Doyle, School Committee Chair, Representative Dooley, Selectman Kevin McCult, Selectman Mr. Christopher Wider, Selectman Mrs. Caroline Valentine, and Mr. Jim Lehan. Again, thank you all for coming. We have our 6th grade host today that will actually be emceeing our Memorial Day Assembly, and I'd like to introduce Ayana and Cole, who will be introducing events. After the ceremony, I will come and actually do thank yous, and then we'll talk a little bit about TAPS. Thank you again.
Now the Pledge of Allegiance will be said by Michael, grade 4, and Stella, grade 3. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Star Spangled Banner will now be played by the Freeman-Kennedy Advanced Band, directed by Mr. Corey.
We are the students from Mr. Murray's 4th grade class. We would like to take a few moments to share the importance of Memorial Day with you. Thank you for all your time and attention.
Memorial Day is a day to honor and remember all the men and women who died fighting for our country.
These men and women dedicated their lives so we could be a free nation.
Memorial Day is not the same as Veterans Day.
Veterans Day is a day to honor all the men and women who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces.
Memorial Day is celebrated on the last Monday of May. Memorial Day gives us a day to honor the soldiers who lost their lives. It started after the Civil War, which was 1861 through 1865. The original name for Memorial Day was Decoration Day.
Decoration Day was started on May 5, 1868 by General John A. Logan, commander of the Grand Army and Republic of the Head Organization of the Union Veterans. It was created to honor Union soldiers who died in the Civil War.
It was called Decoration Day because family members of fallen soldiers decorated their graves with flowers.
May 30th, 1868 was the first service to honor fallen soldiers at Arlington National Cemetery.
President Grant was there and General Garfield gave a speech.
Decoration Day originally only honored the soldiers who died in the Civil War.
After World War I, it was changed to all soldiers who lost their lives in war.
On May 11, 1950, Declaration Day was changed to Memorial Day. In 1966, Congress, along with President Lyndon Johnson, declared Waterloo, New York, the birthplace of Memorial Day.
President Richard Nixon declared Memorial Day a federal holiday in 1971.
The official flowers of Memorial Day are red poppies. People celebrate Memorial Day by placing flowers on soldiers' graves, flying flags at half-staff, attending parades, and remembering soldiers who lost their lives.
Schools, post offices, most banks, and many other businesses are closed on Memorial Day.
Memorial Day is known as the official start of the summer season.
We hope we helped you learn something about Memorial Day. We also hope you'll take time on Monday to pause and reflect on the many heroes who fought so hard for our freedom. Thank you.
The Freeman-Kennedy third grade students will now be performing a Poppy is to Remember by Heather Patterson.
Poppy is to Remember by Heather Patterson.
Winston was a long and terrible war, a war some called the Great War. Many young men were lost to fight, and he did not return home to their families.
But still in the muddy fields where they fought, wild poppies sprang up, glowing brightly.
An army doctor, revered for tending the wounded, wrote a poem about that war and about those poppies. His poem was read far and wide. When the war finally ended on November 11, 1918, people everywhere celebrated the return to peace. A poppy is to remember those far from home, crossing troubled lands and threatening waters and dangerous skies. It is for the wounded and those who care for them. It is for the dead and those who carry on without them.
It is for the brave ones who remain and their members of battle. A poppy is for peace.
A poppy is to remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in Representative Sean Bean.
Thank you guys so much, and thanks to the school committee, to the selectmen, to the teachers, to the administration, Mr. Foraker, the band, all of you guys. It means so much. I'm so proud to live in Norfolk that Freeman-Kennedy takes the time and the commitment and puts together such a wonderful event. It is so important that we remember those people who actually went to war and died so we could be free. We're a very special town and a very special school because we had Sergeant Adam Kennedy grow up here, went to school here, and he's so important to all of us and your parents and your grandparents that we wanted to make sure that he was never forgotten. He sacrificed his life for all of us. And it's special because every single day we get to come in, you can see his uniform, and you see the gold star out front, and you see his name on the school. Because for Norfolk, we will never forget. We will always remember those people who made that sacrifice. And it's so special that we take the time to remember him and everyone who was willing to do that for us. It's a really special thing. And I'm so proud of all of you for putting this together today, and paying attention, and working hard on your poems and your speeches and everything like that. It really means a lot. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and thank you for never forgetting.
The Freeman-Kennedy Advanced Band will now be playing Apollo March by John Kennedy.
Now the Gettysburg Address will be performed by the 6th grade students.
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth from this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on the great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who fear to give their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little know nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us the living, rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work, which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us. From these honored dead, we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that this dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom. And have government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
And now we have Mr. Jim Lehan speaking for us.
Good morning. It's somehow very fitting that we speak of the Gettysburg Address on Memorial Day. I think, as probably most of you know, Memorial Day was started to honor Americans fell during the horrible war that forced this great nation, both Confederate and Union soldiers. That's the origin of this wonderful day. And you've all known and have heard about Kennedy. But every town in the state of Massachusetts has an Adam Kennedy. Every town has lost one of their sons. You, as students here, will have those opportunities to serve your country if you so choose. It's one of the things that makes this country so wonderful, and there are so many, is that those that serve do so by choice. They're not forced to, they're not asked to. They choose to do so. Just as our ancestors did when they fought to forge this great nation, these young men and women with futures yet to be defined choose to go and defend the liberties that you and I enjoy. And we're very privileged and grateful for that. One of our great presidents, Ronald Reagan, said in a Memorial Day speech, he said, "We as Americans will always seek peace. We will negotiate for it, we will sacrifice for it, but we will never surrender for it. Not now or ever, for we are Americans." He went on to say that those who say there are no heroes, well, they just don't know where to look. Every cross in Arlington Memorial Cemetery is a testament to the will and courage of the American soldier. So what really is Memorial Day to you and I? To some, it's a cookout, and we celebrate. We cherish our families and our friends. For those of you that were here last year, I told you the story of a gentleman by the name of Donald Stratton. Donald Stratton was a sailor on the USS Arizona, and he was badly injured when that ship was attacked at Pearl Harbor. Donald Stratton spent his entire life trying to be a better person. He passed away last year at the age of 94, and he was buried in the hull of that great ship. But his memory will never, ever perish. This man spent his life in honor of those over 1,000 sailors that gave their lives so that he could live. So you and I are very lucky. We live in a great town. We live in a safe town. Our parents, our teachers, they all support us, they encourage us, they protect us. We're very fortunate. And you all have a choice in life as to what you do with your lives, yet to be defined. You get to make that choice. And it's because of the sacrifices of so many young men and women that we're allowed to have that choice. So what you do with that choice is the way you honor the memory of those that have given their lives. How you live your life, how you help those around you, how you lend a hand to someone that needs a hand, and believe me, everyone needs a hand at some point in their life. How you choose to honor their memory is the true way to honor Memorial Day. To me, it's a day that's celebrated 365 days a year, because their sacrifice gives us the opportunity to be better people. So I hope as you celebrate this great day and enjoy it and cherish the wonderful things that we have in this great town and the blessings that we have in our schools and our family and all the friends that surround us, you remember the sacrifice that they gave. You remember the opportunity they've given you to be the best you can be. So I hope that you'll remember that. I hope that you'll always strive to help and care for all those around you and be the best you can be. Thank you.
The Freeman-Kennedy Chorus, directed by Mrs. Musial, will now be performing Freedom Song by Natalie Sleeve.
That's
opportunity to just say some special thank yous to everyone. I'd like to thank Mrs. Maureen Daly, Sister of Sergeant Adam Kennedy, for whom our school is named for. I'd like to thank Dr. Lardy, Superintendent of Schools, Thomas Doyle, School Committee Chair, Representative Sean Dooley, Selectman Mr. Kevin Colcutt, Selectman Mr. Christopher Wider, Selectman Mrs. Caroline Vantine, and Mr. Lehan for being part of our assembly this morning. I'd like to thank Mr. Foraker and the FK Advanced Band students. I'd like to thank Mrs. Musio and the FK course. I'd like to thank Mrs. Tussiri and Mr. Murray for working on that incredible slideshow. I'd like to thank the third grade teachers and all the third grade students and all the sixth grade teachers and all the sixth grade students for putting together their special performances today. I'd also like to thank Yana Cole for being our special host today. And I'd also like to thank Stella and Michael for actually saying the Pledge of Allegiance today. At this time, we're going to begin to play taps. Boys and girls, at that time, there is no clapping. It is silent, and I'll ask you to begin to walk